podcast in all of pro wrestling. Welcome to the Tuck Your Chin podcast. And as you can see, Mike Shipp isn't here today.
Woo! Hey, greatest episode of all time.
I'm just joking. Mike is actually at a party right now at the time we're recording. And honestly, this is a lot earlier than we usually do our podcast because at the end of our recent episodes, Mike usually ends up in his fucking bed. So since Mike isn't here today, we decided to do it a little bit earlier. And we are here for the Extreme Rules, the horror show results. But first, I like to introduce the people that I have with me. First of all, we have the clown of the Tuck Your Chin podcast, Evan.
Well, hey, you're the one who wears the face paint, not me. But greetings and salutations, ladies and gentlemen. It's always a pleasure to be here.
You.
Yeah.
Ronald McDonald himself.
Yeah.
Hey!
It is your boy. And no, I'm not. No, that's trademark, Vinny. Don't say that. I want to get a lawsuit on my ass. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Tuck Your Chin podcast.
All right. Next up, making his return to the podcast, Jacob.
How's it going? I'm doing good today. I guess I just answered my own question, but it's always fun to be on the podcast. You know, not going to get copyrighted by bringing up a brand name like some people would.
Like fucking Vincent.
Yeah, Vin.
Am I allowed to curse on this?
Yeah.
Shut the fuck up.
I'm
Shut the fuck up.
That is the opposite of polite, Vin.
Shit, man. Shut your ass up.
That's shit feed.
We'll save it for Instagram Live.
And you already heard him. He's back on the podcast for a second time, actually. The king of the hour, Vinny D.
See, that was good, but you forgot a DMV champion. I let it slide. But,
You didn't let me fit. I fucked up.
I'll let it slide.
Yeah, how you doing, Vinny?
Long day.
I bet.
Working hard, making that money. 'Cause that's
Coming hard.
I'm all about money. So let's keep going.
Wait, did you say DMV champion? What? The DMV? What does that mean? Destroy my vagina? What does that mean?
He doesn't get it.
Oh,
Ronald. All right, we're turning off character mode. Oh.
Okay, yeah. Next up, he is a regular on our podcast, Mr. Antoine Clark.
What's up, everybody? It's great to be back for another episode for the review. Hope you all enjoy.
It's great to be black, huh, Antoine?
I love that.
What's so funny? I don't get it. Right.
You said it's great to be black.
I know what you said. I'm just
back.
Okay. And next up, they're the only people in this call that have two people in one little screen. They're the reason why we've gotten over 1,000 followers on. They promote everything. Honestly, they have been the biggest help for the Tuck Your Chin podcast. James and Cassie.
Hi, how's it going, everybody? Hey, down here in Texas, we've got some hurricanes and things like that going on, but we're not going to let that stop us from being a part of the fastest rising podcast in all of history.
Unless the Wi-Fi goes out.
Yeah, unless the power goes out, then we are sorry.
Because we have Sprint.
God, that would be great content. All of a sudden, your power goes out in the middle. Like, imagine if you guys were just talking. It was like, and all this.
It's been blinking here and there, and I have to ask, is that me? Am I that high?
Yeah, we'll see what happens.
All right, and of course, he is formerly known as the Plug, now known as the sickest motherfucker alive. The one, the only, Steep 9.
That is right. As always, the Versace Steep 9, the Prince of New York. Nobody runs the city other than I do.
Dear God.
Oh shit, my bad.
That's the king.
He's a busy man. Excuse him.
That was my producer. Right?
No, it was a text from Muscle Man Malcolm.
What was I saying? Okay, yeah.
That's Muscle Man.
Prince of New York. I forgot what else I was gonna say. Just get to the episode.
Fucked up. You fucked up. All right. Well, I'm going to take off my hat for this specific episode, guys. And the reason why, since we have King Vinny D on the podcast, I feel like it's only right that I do this. There we go.
I'll be back.
Yeah.
Oh, we were throwing on headbands. I could have won and got mine.
Now you see, I would put on a headband, but I don't own one because I don't want to, I don't want to perpetually cosplay as a Street Fighter character. So,
I don't have one, but I can do this.
Shit, I started the headband gang, yo. I started that shit. Don't be jealous because I start my own shit and you just a follower of everything, bro.
What'd you just say to me?
Saying Hachimo, what I thought. Of course.
Julian.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, we are here to talk about the horror show, Extreme Rules. Go through every match, one by one, and we got to start. Let's start it off with the kickoff show, Kevin Owens versus Murphy.
I am watching.
I gotta tell you, I didn't watch this match, so I don't know.
I didn't watch it either.
Yeah. So
I only watched like 3 matches on the show.
Oh.
Honestly.
I mean, I watched it, so I mean, could I go first for this one? Yeah, Kevin and Buddy tore it the fuck down. My only gripe with it is that they, they're both outstanding, and it makes me very upset that they got put on the fucking kickoff show. Kevin and Buddy alone are too good for the pre-show, you know what I mean? So that was my only gripe. Like, I loved it. Like, give those two, 20 straight minutes and just let them tear the fucking house down. I'd fucking kill someone to see that. But unfortunately, they had, a few minutes on the pre-show. But it is what it is. It was a good match. It was, simple, short, much like, my love life. So, yeah.
That's never mind. Antoine, what did you think of it?
I'm gonna be straightforwardly honest. I didn't watch the kick. I didn't watch the kickoff at all, so I missed the match. So I don't know what happened. But to Kevin Owens, congratulations, you won. If there is one thing I can say particularly is that these two, as Evan said, I think they're too talented to be doing a match on the kickoff, especially the magnitude of both guys. They both can work. You give these guys 20 minutes, maybe even more. They can really do more. They can really do more, in a match of the magnitude. So honestly, even when they look at it, I'm pretty sure they probably did something that did great. So congratulations, Kevin Owens.
James and Cassie.
Well, unfortunately, here's what I'll do. I'll talk about the fact that almost none of us watched the pre-show. That's unfortunate. Now, the reason that I didn't catch the pre-show was, one, because for some reason on the WWE Network that day, their schedule was all screwed up. Am I right?
Yeah, it wasn't showing. Whoa, did you see that one?
Yeah, did you see the electricity almost flashed? So whatever.
It didn't show anything until the show actually started. We didn't get to watch it on the network.
Yeah, so it didn't show us the kickoff for some reason. It's the only reason we didn't watch it. I mean, I think if that kind of thing could have been put into the story of the Seth Rollins Rey Mysterio thing, it could have somehow fit. Like Evan said, I mean, give him more time. But I understand how it didn't fit because they had more important. I don't want to say that, but they had more important matches going on, and I guess that's how they saw it. Obviously, because they were on the pre-show. So I mean, it doesn't mean how
Owens being a pre-show guy.
Yeah, me neither. But if anyone can open up a show, it would be him and Buddy Murphy.
And he was going through personal stuff with a loss in his family. I don't think he's ready for a big storyline just yet.
Yeah, that is true.
That is true.
So no, I mean I didn't watch it, but I mean there was that topic of conversation.
Yeah. And your power almost going out.
That was weird. I'm like, see, I'm not going crazy.
All right, Jacob.
I like the match. I watched it. It was a pretty good match. They could have gotten more time, but I like that it kind of wrote Murphy out, so he didn't interfere in the Ray and Seth match later. Spoiler alert: there's no interference, and I kind of like that because I wanted them to kind of get a good singles match on their own. And I don't like babyface Kevin Owens. I think Kevin Owens always works better as a heel.
I
He's always
agree.
been a heel his whole career. Like, I'm waiting for him to turn heel. He's probably going to turn eventually, but keeping him face right now is all right because Raw needs baby faces, but I like the match.
Yeah, yeah. There's so many heels in WWE right now. It's pretty crazy. And finally, Steve Nye.
Yeah, it was a pretty decent match. These two, they do deserve more than the kickoff because, like I said, but the kickoff is supposed to be there to show like a glimpse, a sneak peek of what the rest of the show is going to be about, and they definitely did that with this match because it was a pretty solid match. I enjoyed watching it.
Oh yeah. All right. All right. Next match is actually the first match on the card. The New Day defending their SmackDown Tag Team Championships against the team of Cesaro and Shinsuke Nakamura, which I still don't understand why they put them as a team because they work better as singles competitors. That's just me. But Cesaro and Shinsuke Nakamura won, which I definitely think all of us didn't think that was going to happen. I feel like on the last episode, which not really want to talk about, I think we all picked New Day to win that match.
Yeah.
But what if he ended up being like injured?
Yeah.
So he had to be written out.
Huh?
Didn't he end up didn't he need to be written out because he was like injured in real life?
Talking about Kofi.
Yeah, Kofi got injured in real life.
Oh yeah, that's right. Now, actually, I was gonna get into that because on SmackDown, Kofi had to take some time off because Woods is gone, and now Kofi's gone, and now it's just Big E doing
So
singles.
maybe it's good for them that they lost. Like it's organic slide into his singles.
That's what I was gonna say. Absolutely, and she took the words from her mouth.
Yeah. I can definitely say that would. I think Big E. I mean, I like Big E like as a singles competitor or tag team competitor. I definitely think they. I hope to God they do things right with him as a singles competitor. I love Big E.
He's so versatile.
Oh yeah. Well, I guess. Cassie, what do you guys think of the match as a whole?
I mean, it was good. Like that. Like New Day never puts on a bad performance. Big E. I really like the fact that he's throwing his coat at Corey Graves every time he comes out. I mean, he's really innovative, like with the way he comes down. Like he's like rolling down the ramp now. Everything that they do is, man, it's just good. And
honestly,
I remember Big E, when he was in NXT as the NXT champion, and I remember whenever he was on the main roster, rolling as Big E Langston, and he did the thing with Dolph Ziggler and AJ Lee. He was part of that big moment that Dolph Ziggler had. One of the only big moments, no, not the only big moments, but one of the biggest moments out of all the big moments he's had.
I think it was the only big moment Dolph Ziggler had.
Holy shit, I don't remember that, yo.
Yeah, so you got to think, like Julian said, Big E has potential. And I think that his run with the New Day gives him credibility with the audience. Like, we take him seriously now, and we think he's hilarious. We've never not liked him. So why wouldn't we root for him? If they book him correctly and they put him in the right storylines, I think everyone would love it, just like they loved Kofi's run last year.
I can definitely see Big E going for AJ.
Yeah, for anything. I think he would work with anything.
Yeah, for sure. And speaking of AJ, I kind of want to talk about this on SmackDown. It's just got announced that he is facing Grand Metalik for the IC title because he beat Lindsay.
That's my dog.
That was a shock.
That's my dog. He follows me, yo.
Cool.
That's my dog here last week. So obviously he's not gonna win, but I think it should be a good match.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, Grand Metalik, I've said this so many times before. He is such an underrated.
I did it last night.
Yeah, because I feel like I'm gonna be straight up. I do not like the Lucha House Party. I don't. I've never liked it. Seriously. I mean,
yeah, it doesn't make sense because I remember that Metalik and Lindsay, they were on 205 Live for the longest time, and then Kalisto, I think actually might have been too, and then they were just like, oh, these three guys are Mexican and they wear masks. Fucking put them together as a trio.
That's Vince.
It just didn't make sense.
That's Vince for you, man.
Yeah, and then Lars Sullivan showed up and was throwing them around like rag dolls. But then it was revealed that he had a certain endeavor before he was a wrestler, and then he's been on TV ever since.
Let's not talk about Lars.
Yeah, no.
Honestly, I think the less said about Lars Sullivan is the best option because
No, I was just saying that like it looked like they were developing some kind of weird angle with him and the three of them, and then it got dropped because of that. That's what I was saying.
Yeah.
I know he got injured too.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. Lars did get injured. Yeah, and he's been gone for about 2 years now. It's
Something like that.
it's probably the best option because I've said this before. I never cared for Lars Sullivan as a wrestler.
Just house wrestler, so this is generic.
Yeah.
Can't really do much.
Yeah, and honestly, what really pisses me off about the Lucha House Party is the fact that like they were just three luchadors, and Vince is like, hey, let's put them as a team and let's see if they can get over. And so they had, and like, hey, let's push the Mexican stereotypes even further and have them bring out fucking piñatas. And what was that fucking thing that Lindsay Dorado had? It was like a stick, and it's like goes in a circle. I forgot what that thing is called. But yeah, that pissed me off. It's like, these are three of the best luchadors, and you are doing jack shit, nothing with them. But yeah. Anyway, that's it for my rant on how Lucha House Party has been booked.
Back on the subject of the tag match at Extreme Rules.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Copyrighted.
Oh yeah, we gotta keep talking about the tag match. Vinny, what'd you think of the tag match?
Oh, I ain't watch that one.
Oh.
What the?
Okay, then.
I watched the Eye for an Eye. I watched the main event, and I watched Sasha's match. Those are the only matches I watched.
All right. Well then, Antoine, what did you think of the tag match?
I personally thought I thought it was great. This was a great opportunity for Cesaro and Shinsuke Nakamura to, I think, prove, even though I say that these guys deserve better, as I think they're better off as singles competitors than as a tag team, but I have to say that they actually did a good performance against New Day in that match. And I honestly want to say, unfortunately for Kofi, I'm upset he's injured, but I do say this is a blessing in disguise for Big E, and this gives him a great opportunity to do things as a singles competitor now. So above all else, great match, honestly.
Yeah. Steve.
What?
What?
Oh yeah, I like the match. It was decent. I love seeing the New Day. I love seeing Big E. Whenever he's dancing, throwing his coat around, even when he was throwing pancakes, you could get behind this dude. He just has that, that likability factor in him.
God, I fucking love when they throw pancakes. He's like, here's lunch, fuckers.
Yeah, right out of his goddamn crotch, he just throws pancakes into the crowd. I miss when he used to do that. To get back on topic, it was a pretty good match. Feel bad for Kofi. He deserves way better for whatever's coming when he comes back.
Yeah. And Jacob, what did you think of it?
I like the match. Shinsuke Nakamura and Cesaro are clearly together because they can't speak like good English. It's a trope that Vince McMahon has. He puts people who can't talk that well together as a tag team for most part. And they were together with Sami Zayn before Sami didn't want to wrestle during the pandemic because Sami was the mouthpiece for them because he could actually talk. But I like that you had three of the best workers in the company, all going together. Then you had Big E. I'm not saying Big E's a bad worker, but Shinsuke, Cesaro, and Kofi are three of the best. Like, you could just put them in a match. Just say go out there, put on a show for like 10, 15 minutes, and they'll do it. But I liked it. But SmackDown's tag division is really weak right now because Tucker's hurt, Kofi's hurt. They don't really have like any face tag teams to face. if they call up the Undisputed Era and they go to SmackDown, but then that would be heel versus heel. So I don't know how that would transpire over.
The tag team division's in straight shit, honestly.
I think they should have the titles float from both shows, which I think would give you better storylines and give you more, like, some teams wouldn't get as many opportunities, but some teams don't look like a threat. You know what I mean? So that's my opinion on it.
Yeah. All right. Well, as I'm looking at my screen right now, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of you have your cameras turned off.
Mine's on.
Yeah.
Wait, what? Mine's on.
He's the only one that has his off.
Oh shit.
Yeah,
I'm here.
Oh,
I'm here.
Yeah.
Okay, fuck it. For the next match is the
No. I didn't talk
Yeah,
about.
Ronald McDonald's back.
Donald, going ahead.
No, I personally think the match was great. I can understand a lot of your guys' like disdain for the very abrupt pairing of Shinsuke and Cesaro and attaching that. Personally, I'm starting to get behind it. I think that like so far they're showing off a lot of chemistry with each other. I love the spot in the match where like Kofi and Big E were in the corners and then they would run and then do the uppercut and like the knee strike. I thought that was cool as shit. I'm kind of getting behind them. They're kind of like the douchebag heel foreigners, and I think that's a cool kind of gimmick. It's been overdone a lot, but like, I don't know, something about the way they're doing it. I'm kind of starting to get behind it, even though it's very early in their tag run. I thought the match was fucking incredible. The ending bump with the powerbomb to Kofi through the 2 tables, that shit was madness. That shit was absolute madness. I would definitely would not have wanted to be on the receiving end of that bump. But yeah, no, I think it was a great match, and yeah, also the New Day losing, it was unexpected, but personally, I was kind of glad about that because I love the New Day, but god damn it, they've had the tag titles for the longest amount of time, like 60 fucking times in a row, and while I love them and they're a great tag team, they got to give opportunities to other tag teams, and I think that the random pairing of Shinsuke and Cesaro, aren't bad, contenders for that. So. Yeah, personally, like I said, I can see where you guys are coming from, being like, oh, who gives a fuck? It's weird, it doesn't make sense. And it doesn't make sense, and it is weird, but Cesaro and Shinsuke, like, they're both so incredible. I think they're definitely incredible separately, but I think, like, this is going to give them a chance to show that maybe they can also do some cool shit together. So I think the match was really great, and like I said, that ending bump was fucking insane. So,
yeah.
Yeah, totally, McDonald, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Can you guys do me a quick favor? I'm gonna try this. Can you guys turn off your cameras and then turn them back on to see if you guys come back up?
Right there.
And then turn it back on. Yeah, you guys don't show up on my fucking screen. Fuck it. All right. What was that?
Oh, Cassie's. I don't know.
Okay.
Who's Kathy?
SmackDown.
Huh? Oh, Cassie's my wife.
Oh, her. Yeah. My bad.
No, she's in the background eating.
No offense. I didn't know your name.
No,
That's awesome.
All right. Can we move on? All right.
Full offense, you're irrelevant.
Oh my god. SmackDown Women's Championship match: Nikki Cross versus Bayley.
Oh my god.
I didn't watch that.
Who won that match
I didn't
again?
watch any of the show.
Maybe one with I'm pretty sure she got help from Sasha if I can remember it.
Yes.
She did.
Sasha threw her rings in to be used as a brass knuckle.
Yeah, that I didn't care. I didn't give 2 shits about this match, honestly. I kind of figured Bayley was gonna win, so yeah. James and Cassie, what'd you think of it?
Well, here's the thing. The match, like the story, whatever. But like you said, kind of like how Evan saw the Cesaro and Shinsuke pairing. Like, I understand that it's very, like you said, it's overdone. It's been used before. But, Cassie and I were talking about some stuff like that when it comes to this business. A lot of things are. because it's hard to not when this business has been around for so long. So when I look at it in that perspective, like without even looking at the match, I just look at the Bayley character and the Nikki character. I like where they're going with both of them. Did I care about the match? Not really. But the characters, like that Bayley character, that her heel turn is growing on me. Yeah, very much so in a lot of different ways. I like her on commentary. I've always been a fan of her wrestling. I've never not been. You know, she tore the house down multiple times. But I mean, the match was okay, and I mean, I'm glad she's still champion. You know, she can get to say her Bayley dose strap thing, and I like it. It's cool. It's entertaining. It's fun to watch, and her and Sasha always come up with something new. They've always been able to, and they always will. I think.
I think they're gonna lose this.
I think they're going to turn on each other.
Oh yeah, I hope so.
Because
I hope so.
They're both defending the titles this coming week, aren't they?
Yeah, they are.
All right.
I think they're gonna lose because there's another pay-per-view coming up.
SummerSlam.
Oh, is SummerSlam coming up next? Wow.
Yeah. I know. Crazy.
Yeah, so there's a lot of potential with those two. Like, I mean,
But Nikki deserves better. That's why I'm tied.
Yeah, because like I said, the Nikki character is relatable. She's likable. I don't know. It's good. It's good stuff.
They really push you being a quote-unquote loser on that commentary, like when they're like, and Nikki, and they just like fucking dog on her so bad that I think she is gonna win the strap.
Yeah, she's an excellent underdog, Nikki Cross.
Yeah, Nikki Cross, I definitely think she's gonna win, and then Alexa's gonna turn on her.
Yeah,
Oh,
please.
Like, I made you, you're nobody.
They planted hints for it at the end of SmackDown when Alexa was just looking all depressed, like in the corner after she lost to Nikki in the number one contenders match. So that's what like a lot of people are speculating that Alexa's gonna just get jealous, basically.
Yeah.
Because heel bliss is best for business.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I think that's the good way to do it. Even though that kind of storyline has also been done before, like with Randy and Evolution, when Randy wasn't the youngest person to win the World Heavyweight title. And what Vincent? What?
Keep going.
That's what I thought. Yeah, no, I mean, even though, like I said, this kind of like story concept has been done because Randy was the youngest person to win the World Heavyweight title, and then Triple H got jealous and they all beat the piss out of him, and then they had a feud, right? So I think that storyline will work just as well with Alexa and Nikki, because quite personally, just like how Jacob was saying that Kevin works better as a heel, I think that Alexa also works a lot better as a heel. I cannot get behind her as a face, and I don't think I ever will. So, yeah. And also, actually, just to comment on the match itself, I was kind of fucking frustrated that Nikki didn't win at the time, but now, like, looking in hindsight, it makes sense that she lost, because it's like, you know, like they were saying, now, more than likely what's going to happen is Nikki's going to win the title, or she's going to go beat the piss out of her, bada bing, bada boom, they're going to have a fucking feud, and blah, blah, blah. So, yeah, it was a great match, though, and, you know, it was pretty substantial. You know, nothing that I was, like, jizzing in my pants over, but it's still enjoyable.
Okay.
So, yeah.
All right. Steve.
Yeah, like everyone said, it was a pretty decent match, and I definitely do see, you know, both pairings. Eventually, one day, one person turns on the other, and then there's a feud with this person, that person, this person, that person. Bayley winning. I wasn't the biggest fan of this heel Bayley, but slowly I'm getting behind it. She's slowly getting me, you know, on the Bayley train, but I'm not fully, you know, on board yet.
Yeah, I can definitely see it. Antoine.
All right. The match itself, I personally was pretty good. I'm not too much of a fan of the ending, but I do. The dynamic I can give about this was the fact that, you know, I'm getting a lot behind the heel Bayley thing going, and then they're building on Nikki Cross, as you know, seeing that. I love how they built her up, you know, with this whole thing with her, that, you know, kind of splitting away from the tag team, you know, with Alexa a little bit, to kind of get her as a singles competitor a little bit. So I kind of like what they're doing with her, as well as the heel pairing with Sasha and Bayley right now. So I honestly think I personally like the match. Just didn't like too much. I didn't like too much of the ending, but I like the characters involved into this. So pretty good work.
And Jacob.
I like the match. Me personally, Nikki Cross is like, I've always found her entertaining. If people who like still kind of question if she can like go in the ring, I think they should watch her match with Asuka, where it was like a last woman standing match, because they tore the house down in that match. But I knew Bayley was gonna win. It was kind of obvious. Then I like the heel ending in it because it makes Nikki still look strong because Bayley had to cheat to win, and it puts heat on Bayley. And yeah, it was a good like story continuer, and that way that they can keep the feud going a little bit. And now we have SmackDown this week where they'll have a match, and I hope Nikki wins.
I think we all can agree we want Nikki Cross to win.
But I have a prediction of how this match will play out, but I'll go in on that after the other women's title match.
All right. And the next match, well, not really a match. It was supposed to be Apollo Crews versus Montel Vontavious Porter MVP, but
Oh yeah, that's right.
that did not happen because Apollo got injured.
He has COVID.
Because of COVID. Yep. Apollo Crews got the coronavirus, so he is not the champion anymore, and MVP is the champion now. So, yeah. I don't really know what to say about that.
It was match of the night.
I mean, me personally, the way I look at it, I mean, MVP is amazing. I've always enjoyed his work and stuff, but he's had that fucking U.S. title a lot in the past, and I was very surprised that he just came out and grabbed a mic and was like, "Oh, I'm the new U.S. champ," and that was it. And yeah, like I think the news didn't even get released until fucking yesterday that Apollo was
yeah.
So like when I was watching, I'm like, where's Apollo? So now the news has been revealed. That's where he was. And yeah, it's weird to me. I mean, I don't like seeing older guys take opportunities from the younger guys personally. That's just me. But I mean, knowing MVP, he's outstanding, and maybe he can make this work. Maybe he'll drop it to somebody soon. I don't know. Yeah, it was weird. Didn't make sense to me at all. So.
Not at all.
Also, by the way, just one more thing. It makes me laugh that they were both in their ring gear, but they didn't even have a match. That shit made me laugh. I'm like, that's funny as shit. But yeah.
All right. Jacob.
Me personally, I speculated that Apollo had COVID when he didn't show up. I knew he wasn't really injured, like how they said, and I don't think MVP is actually the champion, like officially in the record books. And I think it's going to end up being like a unification match, maybe even a ladder match or something like that, with Apollo and MVP. When Apollo gets healthy, he gets recovered. I think they're going to do that to write the old belt off TV, then give Apollo the new belt. Yeah, whenever he, recovers, wishing safe recoveries to him and all that. And I hope that he gets fully like healthy and stuff. But yeah, I mean, you couldn't really do much. It's kind of a hard situation to do because no wrestlers ever. This is something that hasn't happened before in WWE. Really, nobody's ever gotten really like sick like that and couldn't compete. And then they just kind of wrote him off.
Yeah. Well, I also want to say a big fuck you to Vince McMahon for how you treated this whole COVID-19 thing. That pisses me off. Like now, a bunch of your talent has gotten COVID-19. And your staff has gotten COVID-19, and you're just not doing shit about it. It's fucking awful. Anyway, Antoine, what did you think of it?
Personally, I felt like somebody. So this is what I personally think of the whole thing. I felt like they advertised this. I think they should have just announced way before him during the pre-show that way they would have to do this, particularly that Apollo was in. I feel like that should have been the case personally, but here's what I expected out of it. I thought somebody was gonna come out and maybe interrupt MVP possibly, but didn't happen. Took the U.S. title and whatnot. I will admit the one thing out of this thing I do like is the fact they're building this stable here with MVP, Lashley, and Shelton Benjamin. I do like what they're doing with that. I'm a fan of that. The Hurt Business, I am a fan of this. Ain't not too much, but the idea that the stable thing, I do like it because this I guess it's to help reestablish, Bobby Lashley, push him being more serious than how they booked him a year ago. I like how they kind of rebuilding things with him as a competitor, and then now bringing Shelton Benjamin into this. I like where they're going with this thing. Hopefully, like I said, when Apollo gets better, gets clear from the virus, so see where we're going to go with this.
I completely agree. King Vinny D.
Oh, me?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I think MVP is a good champion, one of the greatest U.S. champs of all time. So, I think he's gonna have a good run. It sucks that Apollo is COVID. It sucks how Vince is, doing all this shit. But yeah, I think he'll be a good champion. Me personally, I like the Hurt Business. So.
Yeah, for sure. And James and Cassie.
Well, I mean, unfortunately, it's very unfortunate. I'm gonna take this from the most objective standpoint I can.
Right.
Because the COVID-19 and the just all of that is just very weird. We haven't, as a country and as just a society, and like Evan says, in the world, we haven't experienced something like this a very long time. I think Vince McMahon was put in a kind of a precarious spot because he was deemed as an essential business, and
I think that was a bad idea.
Yeah, so
Was he deemed, or did he pay for it to be considered one?
I don't know. At that point, I don't think it really matters. There was a political move to make his business essential, and unfortunately, it happened to Apollo Crews during his first title run, and that's just no matter what. If it would have been the flu, if it would have been a torn tendon, or that's unfortunate for anyone. And I'm a strong believer in I don't like that for me, it diminished the U.S. title's meaning by just
putting a stand-in.
Yeah. And now, is MVP great? Yes. He's an awesome United States champion. Is he a great person to do it? Yes. But did it diminish Apollo Crews' credibility as a champion? I don't know. Maybe to some. And I feel like that's...
Especially because he had just built it back up.
Yeah. Well, not even built it back up. Built it for the first time. So it's just unfortunate, and we'll see where they go with it. I don't think he's gonna be gone forever. I mean, obviously they're gonna run with him, so we'll see what happens. And I think MVP and Bobby Lashley are really good heels. They've always been. I mean, and MVP's a veteran, so he's gonna be able to carry whoever and work with whoever.
Right. I personally don't think they should have brought the crowd back now.
Yeah.
I don't think they should have. That was probably I know people we want the crowds back, that gives it more energy.
Yeah.
No, it doesn't. It's the people in the match that are trying to entertain you. It shouldn't matter if there's a crowd of people or there's nobody there or not.
Yeah.
And I think they brought the crowd back way too soon because
Are they bringing them back? Is that what's happening?
No, I mean with the NXT superstars.
Oh, okay.
I think they shouldn't have had people in the crowd before. I think they should have just kept it with the empty arena.
Yeah.
But of course, Vince not taking the virus seriously. That's a true thing. He did not take this thing seriously. Oh, it's just a simple flu. She's like, fuck off.
It was an inconvenience to his wallet.
Yeah. But is that everybody that talked about this, or?
Yes, sir.
All right. Well, the next match is the eye for an eye match. So, Vinny, let's have you start off with this one.
Match. Oh, Sasha?
No.
Oh my God. The eye for an eye match.
Ray and Seth.
Oh, I thought that was fucking stupid.
Yeah. I can definitely agree with that.
How I think they should have done it how AEW did it, and it might be copying, but like just have the stipulation be like, oh, you gotta poke your eye out or some shit. I thought that would have been a better idea than fucking, pulling the eye out their fucking sock and using a fake eye. Like, I thought it was fucking stupid.
Yeah, I can agree with that. Yeah, I'll go next. Yeah, that match, I liked the match personally, but that was just really.
Yeah, it was a good match. It was a good match. It was just fucking stupid, the ending and
Yeah.
stipulation.
God.
You know?
And like Seth with the fake throwing up and all of that shit, and like God, the eye looked fake as hell. They said it was gonna be like a CGI eye. It looked like just one of those plastic eyes you get at like the Halloween store. Like that's not even a joke. It was awful. That ending was awful. I feel like they could have done better. Like it was set up to be this big thing, and then they just, yeah. Antoine.
I personally thought it was actually a great match up until the ending part. I didn't really understand because I felt like if the object is to have an eye being pulled out, I expected maybe like one of them toy eyes, maybe could have just faked something like that with having one of those being look like it got pulled out through some CGI effects or something like that, some special effects to make it look like it happened. But I was kind of disappointed because they basically went the route they did when the night after Money in the Bank, the Raw to Money in the Bank, I believe, when Seth did it to Ray first. We did it right that night. They basically the same thing, and I was like, I kind of expected a little more than that. I expected a little something
Herb stop or something.
like a fake eye or something being pulled. I expected maybe like a little toy eye or something, like something out of that. But I was kind of disappointed with that. But the match itself, I think, was honestly great. If anything, I would have just personally just did maybe like a street fight or something different than instead of 9-4-9, I would have did like maybe like a street fight or something. I would have did something totally different, than just the eye for 9. I mean, I get the purpose of what you're doing with the whole eye element, but I didn't like how you went about it at the end of it. But above all else, the match itself before that, I thought personally was great. That's why I personally thought it. I thought it was great. Both men work well together. After they have great, I see the chemistry they both have to one another. Seth and Ray definitely can go good with one another in the ring. So I definitely thought the match was great. Up to that ending point.
Yeah. Jacob.
Me personally, I like the match. I don't really mind the ending too much because there's nothing that they could have done to make it look like a realistic eye without having to like pre-tape it and like bring in like actual makeup artists to actually make it look realistic. So they did really what they could have. I would have just did an I Quit match just to be like punny, just to put like a pun on it. You could have even spelt out I, but it was a good match though.
That's actually kind of brilliant, actually. Ronald Van Donald.
Honestly, I thought it was great. I think that Seth and Ray fucking tore it up, and yeah, the finish was a bit weird, but I mean, I think that it was interesting. I like the effect of Seth. Yeah, thank you for that. I agree. I like the effect of Seth fucking puking afterwards. I thought that was pretty cool. Give it a bit.
Of course you would like that.
Personally, I will admit. Go ahead.
I'm so fucked up.
I first did like
it's
that.
Very evident.
Yeah, I did like the self puking part. I will say that I did kind of. That was hilarious, to be honest.
Yeah.
I thought it was a good match. I thought that there was some really cool stuff. I mean, Ray proved that even at his older age, he can still go, and Seth was great as well. And
it was a good match. Don't get me wrong. I just thought it was fucking stupid, like the ending.
Yeah, that was.
And I thought the throwing up was pretty fucking stupid. Of course, I can see why Ronald liked it, but.
Well, what the hell is that supposed to mean? The only bodily fluid that I make jokes about is cum.
Nah, you like that freaky shit.
No, Vinny, no.
All right, enough. Anyway, James and Cassie.
Well, I mean, well, first of all, let me point out the idea that Jacob pitched. That was creative as hell.
Very.
The I quit thing.
I see what you did there.
Yeah, so like,
Oh my
that was
god,
cool.
Joe.
I just don't have a creative mind, so when others are creative, I'm like, that's pretty cool. No, I think the match. I personally thought it was gonna be a pre-tape thing like the Swamp match. I thought it was. Because I kind of heard rumors on, and of course I try not to be too much into them, but I saw things online like it was gonna be CGI and this and that, and I was like, well, man, that'll be cool if they do a cinematic thing, because they've been killing it with the cinematic matches, I think.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And I think maybe if they would have went that route, it would have been like less. Well, I think it would have been more accepted, if for it to be silly, and that's the point, it's just to be entertained. But I think it was interesting. Like, I don't know how they really pulled that off with, like, did someone hand him the prosthetic eye? Did he have it in his gear? I don't know really how he pulled that off.
Like, the mask, like the one side of his mask is like covered up at the eye, and
that's right.
It got ripped a little bit, and you could see like the little toy like eye.
Yeah.
I thought it was fucking dumb.
Yeah. And I mean, see, like, I just don't know. Like, I hope that's not a way for them to write Rey Mysterio off TV, because I know I don't know if his contract's ending or what, but
yeah, his contract is ending soon. I think Dominic might be coming up soon.
Yeah, so we'll see. I mean, it was cool. Other than that, I liked it. But I mean, if anyone, like, I think it's just one of those things that people might appreciate later, because Rey Mysterio and Seth Rollins, come on, like, that's a dream match.
Oh my god!
But we were presented it in a light that's kind of different now. Like, the crowd's not there. I'm sure that they were planning on going one way and they had to go another because of this whole thing.
Well, same thing with AJ and Daniel. That was also a dream match.
Yeah.
But they the crowd. Yeah. It was so amazing,
Yeah. So I think, maybe it'll be something that we look back on a few years from now and we're like, actually, you know what? That was actually really cool. And I wish that we could see that again when Ray's gone completely from WWE. Yeah,
I feel you.
I actually have a quick question for you guys. When the crowds of, like, the arena's crowd comes back, do you think we'll still see cinematic matches?
I hope so.
Honestly,
I hope so, but I don't think so.
Honestly, yeah, I feel that way too. I wouldn't mind it because I've thoroughly enjoyed a majority of the cinematic matches they've had so far. But I mean, maybe like they'll just drop the whole concept. But fucking who knows?
Now, the only cinematic matches they did before this was the Ultimate Deletion, and
that's right.
Yeah,
and now, the House of Horrors as well with Orton and Wyatt.
We don't talk about that. Terrible.
Well, the only thing that I think they could probably do is if they do like a network special,
that'd be cool.
I can see that.
Not like a pay-per-view with just like a network special like they used to do with like MSG and shit like that.
Yeah, dude, that would be cool.
A full show full of cinematic matches.
Yeah.
WWE, hire this fucking guy. Hire Vinny and Jacob. They have great ideas.
And I'll say this too, because while we're on the topic of cinematic matches, I believe, and it wasn't really cinematic, but it was pre-taped definitely. One of the best of all, like, of this year was AEW's Stampede match.
Oh yeah.
So I mean, you can do it. You can do it in a way that they did it, where it wasn't really cinematic, but it was pre-taped and like they had takes where obviously they cut the camera and then they re-edited and things like that, and it worked out great. It was freaking awesome. It was one of the most entertaining matches I've ever seen.
Oh, easily. I love it.
There was so much going on, so it's like I think they can just go like whichever way they want, both companies or all companies, even independents. Like, dude, this opens up the floodgates to things like now on YouTube. I mean, look at Being the Elite. Like you said, it could be a network thing, or it could be just like independent guys now doing this on YouTube. You know what I mean? Like, it could go a bunch of different ways, and it's cool.
Yeah, you get very, very creative with this type of stuff, for sure.
Yeah.
All
I thought one of the funniest parts of how it's like funny but also cool of the whole stadium stand. They something like that football vibe where they have the fucking football entrances and shit. I love that.
Yeah.
I thought that was awesome.
right. Vinny, you turned into a robot there for a second for me.
Yeah.
But anyway,
I thought one of the coolest parts of the stadium stampede was how they kept the football vibe, how they came out of the tunnel, had the football entrance, and the jerseys. I loved it, man. Loved it.
Yeah.
that was freaking cool. But yeah, honestly, like I think I don't know if anybody. I think all of you guys can agree with me. The best cinematic match WWE's put on, in my opinion, was the Boneyard match.
Oh,
Yeah.
for sure.
100%.
100.
And honestly, I feel like that was, and Undertaker is.
If
I don't know.
that's the match he went out on, I would be more than happy than that being it
Yeah.
because I felt like that was such a great way for Taker to go out, you know?
Yeah,
Definitely.
yeah, and especially like and it's actually kind of weird as well because now like AJ retired, Undertaker, and all of a sudden like I seen this like whole thing. I saw this like photos like this person retired, this person retired, this person, Undertaker. Oh yeah, it was HBK retired Ric Flair, then Undertaker retired HBK, and now AJ retired Undertaker. Now it's like who's gonna retire AJ, which is kind of a crazy thought to think because AJ like his career's still young. I mean he's been doing this
He's
for
got a few years left.
Yeah, he sure does.
he's got quite a few years
He's not
left.
going anywhere.
Sure.
I think he's immortal.
Oh, easily. Like, even without WWE's whole run in TNA, the Indies,
Yeah.
like,
New
immortal.
Japan.
ROH.
New Japan, Ring of Honor, and fucking being part of the Bullet Club, like,
Hell yeah. Bullet Club. Oh yeah, and to get back to the Eye for an Eye match, we have one more person to talk about this. Steve Nine. What do you think of it?
I thought you were gonna say Ronald.
Right.
I already talked about Vinny. Where you been the past 15 minutes, huh?
In the cloud.
The match itself, I enjoyed the stipulation, not so much this eye for an eye thing. I don't think it's physically possible to pull out a human being's eye and still have them fucking breathe. And well, it probably is, but
Yeah, honestly, from the horror movies I watched, it's possible.
because you're sucking and all the good shit's coming out. It's like, what are they gonna say next when his eye clears up? Well, they reattached his eye or something. So they could have done this a whole another way.
A robotic eye.
Exactly, something like that. Like I have no idea where they're going with this eye for an eye thing. I honestly think we should not have our limbs in matches anymore.
I can agree with that.
Well, do you mean like it should just be amputee wrestling? Because you said we shouldn't have limbs in wrestling anymore. So
Like, as a stipulation, we should not cut off each other's body parts.
oh, right, okay, all right. I was
Oh,
gonna
like Val Venus?
Wrestling. God, how do you think that would look? Amputee wrestling.
just be
Ask
it,
Rod Gowen.
it'd be like equivalent to like no it would be it would be equivalent to like paraplegic porn, just two wheelchairs smashing into each other. You know what I'm saying? Like, 'cause
I
they can't
totally
move, so you know.
Holy shit.
I'm telling you, just be two naked paraplegics just in wheelchairs, just
Okay, I get the point. We get the point.
yeah.
Hey, if you look at my Instagram story that I just posted right now.
Let's see.
Yeah, Vinny, you should do this. yeah, Vinny. Yeah, Vinny, you should do this really cool thing, and it's called delete that post.
Oh.
Please and thank you.
Oh my god, it's funny. Do you not get a joke?
Well,
For those of you who don't know what he's talking about, he just posted Ronald get in the fucking van, Donald. Is fucking
No,
psycho.
it's Ronald get in the van, McDonald. It's fucking psycho.
But I have a feeling that nobody's necessarily going to know who you're talking about. So maybe it is what it is.
Oh,
All right.
We'll get into it. We'll save it for Instagram Live, like I said.
Anyway, yeah. Oh, by the way, King Vinny D does stream live on Instagram every now and then, so make sure you check those out. You're welcome.
Hey, I do too.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Ronald, mine are more interesting. I get more viewers.
Yeah. Yeah.
I can attest to that statement, but nonetheless, let's move on.
Yeah, please, because we don't want to get this argument going. All right, next match.
I'm not even in character right now, man.
I know.
Neither am I.
No. None of us are in character at all. This is we all.
This is real talk, man. We're just talking wrestling.
Yeah. Whenever this is a thing that a lot of people ask us, like, do you guys ever get in character or anything like that? No. Like, whenever we're on the podcast together with wrestlers or just ourselves, we're just us. Like, this is truly how we are. And if you don't like it, that's all I gotta say. If you don't like it, go watch someone else. All right. And next match is a match that really, really pissed me off. The Raw Women's Championship, Asuka versus Sasha Banks.
I'm happy Sasha won. She deserves it.
Bailey being the ref.
Yeah.
I don't care how
an official ref.
Everyone, let Vinny, you go first. You talk first.
Sasha deserves it. That's all I'm going to say.
Yeah. All right. Ronald Van Donald.
Sasha has had that.
Ronald getting the Van McDonald. Come on now.
Yeah. Sasha's had that fucking title like 6 goddamn times. She doesn't need it again. I was thank God they reversed the decision. And Asuka's still the champ because I was really upset that Sasha won. But yeah, fuck Sasha. All my homies hate Sasha.
Damn.
Well, maybe if she wasn't a self-entitled bitch.
Calm down, Ronald McDonald.
He's not wrong.
I will definitely say this to you, Ronald Van Donald. Evan. I'm just going to say Evan the whole show. Sasha Banks. Hey, Cassie. How you doing?
Cassie,
Sasha Banks is, honest to God, she, Charlotte, Becky, and Sasha, they helped create the women's revolution.
Exactly.
Honest to God. But I can definitely agree, like, that match, the way they ended that match was that I hated it. Honest to God. Bailey being the fucking, coming in as the ref, coming in, beating up the ref and putting the ref shirt on. Thank the Lord Stephanie McMahon reversed that decision. That's probably the only good
She
thing.
did not beat anybody up. Asuka stupidly spit in his eyes, and all she did was keep the match going like a good friend would. And I think...
Cassie, you're cringe. No, I'm messing with you.
James is gonna go after you, man. James versus Ronald McDonald.
I thought you had muted it so I could start laughing. You did not incapacitated the ref. Asuka did that.
Ronald.
Yeah, I didn't see that Stephanie thing coming though. That was pretty fucking awesome.
Yeah, Stephanie, what the hell, man? Why did she come out? That would have been so much more epic, but I get it. She needs to stay safe.
She's probably at home.
She needs to stay safe. I get
Yeah,
it.
they have kids.
Yeah, they have kids and they don't want their kids to get COVID.
Yeah.
They don't care if the other wrestlers with kids get COVID, though.
Yeah. God damn it.
Damn it.
All right.
Holy shit. Leo's in GCW.
For real? Oh, shit. Nice. Yeah. Shout out to Leo Rush.
Is that Photoshop? What even was that?
Oh, he's lying now.
It's right now.
Right now. Yeah.
Oh.
All right, anyway, back to the pay-per-view. Steep 9, what'd you think of the match?
I did not like how Bailey just comes in and does all of that. And yes, thank the Lord, Stephanie McMahon said and did what she had to do. Because I honestly, did not want to see her hold that belt. End of story.
Yeah. Antoine, what'd you think?
Did not like. Wasn't a big fan of the ending at all. Personally, I was honestly, I didn't like it. I rather laughed at it than liked it. I'd rather just laughed at it, to be honest. I'd rather just laughed at it. Thought it was a big crack, a big something to joke about.
Yeah.
Holy
I-
shit,
I-
yo.
like,
He beat up Janela.
Ooh.
Leo beat up Janela.
Leo beat up Joey Janela?
Yeah.
Oh, Leo Rush is in GCW. That's how you say it, right? GCW.
Yeah, GCW.
That name sounds so. I forgot what's that stand for?
Game Changer Wrestling.
Game Changer Wrestling. Okay. Yeah. Also, another cool thing, Leo Rush is going to be in the new Virtual Basement Pro Wrestling game coming out next year.
I'm excited for that.
I'm so excited for that. Anyway, back to the actual pay-per-view. Who hasn't gone?
It was still Antoine.
I was
Yeah,
still finishing up though. I was still finishing up, but yeah, personally, the match itself before the ending, I thought it was personally great. I personally thought it was a great match between Oscar and Sasha. Like I said, at the ending, I rather laughed at. It wasn't me had to not. It's like I didn't like it, or I personally didn't like it, or didn't personally hate it. I just laughed at it. I felt like it should have been straightly clean because I felt like Oscar and Sasha could put on the match without those kind of shenanigans happening. But I will say that I got myself a great laugh at that. So kudos and great that Oscar to Stephanie for ruling this. Yeah, Oscar's still champion and will defend this properly. This will be defended properly. Hopefully, goes clean on Raw this Monday.
Yeah.
So
And if Bailey gets involved, Sasha automatically loses. Yeah.
So that's the great thing about this. So
Well,
thing about stipulation. So Bailey, your best bet, don't get involved.
Or just stay home. Stay home. Take care of yourself. Don't get COVID. Yeah. All right, Jacob.
Me personally, I'm not a fan of Sasha as much as everybody else is. Like, she's my least favorite horsewoman. That might be a controversial statement or not, but no, I don't see like all upset. She's great in ring, but her personality backstage, from what I hear, isn't the best, and that kind of doesn't I don't know, it doesn't click with me. But if anybody, I didn't mind the finish, because if you didn't mind that finish, or if you didn't like that finish, then RVD's title win, which should make you mad too, then, because Paul Heyman wasn't an official ref back in 06. And he came in, counted the 3, But me personally, I think Sasha's gonna lose to Asuka Monday. Then she's not gonna help Bailey in her match Friday, and that's gonna cause tension between Bailey and Sasha, talking about who was there for who or something like that. Or she might help Bailey win. Then it would go who's really a true friend, who isn't. You know what I mean? That's how I see it.
For sure. Did everybody go?
Yeah, I believe so.
Yeah, I guess.
All right. Next match.
I can't believe we're getting Leo versus Janela again. This is crazy as shit.
Yeah.
Bro, Leo and Janela always put on amazing matches in fucking CZW. Bro, this is about to be great. Oh my god.
Didn't Leo no sell Joey Janela from
Yeah.
Was that with Janela?
Yeah, that was Janela. That was the that was the fucking death match. That was
He had the table spot where I think it was Janela up the ladder, and then Leo just no sold it.
Vinny, my boy, I got a question for you. Why 10 hours ago on your story did you post in all caps, Ronald, I'm coming home, and then for the location you put Baltimore, Maryland?
That's a different Ronald.
Listen, you never know. You never know with you, okay?
That's a different Ronald. You should actually.
Well, that's getting added to the funniest moments.
I'm just saying, hey, listen. Fucking knowing you, it could be anything, so I had to ask.
And did you see my story 11 minutes ago when I said Ronald get in the van? Ronald is fucking psycho.
Yes, Vinny. That joke was funny the first time.
Yeah, it still is funny though.
It's funny. It's just we've heard it before.
Yeah, kind of repetitive.
Yeah, Vinny, you're still cool though. All next match is the WWE Championship match between Ziggler and McIntyre.
Oh, I forgot about that.
I think we all did.
I
That's the same one, so, all right, Antoine, we'll let you start.
All right, I actually thought it was a really great match. I like Drew and Dolph. I knew, Dolph was going to sell his butt off. As always, he's a great worker, and Drew is as well. I've been enjoying Drew's title reign.
Yeah.
And I knew both these two coming to this. First of all, the one thing I didn't like was how long it took to reveal the stipulation, but I'm not going to complain. It actually was really great. As it was kind of, in a way, kind of Dolph put it where it was like in an advantage for him to win, where it's like he gets to basically use weapons and cheat and whatnot, while Drew, if he did the same thing, he loses. The base of the title goes to him. So I actually would like that little concept there. To kind of, it's like, look, we're gonna play by my rules. This is I get to do this. You don't get to do it, but if you choose to, you lose your title to me. I honestly thought it was pretty cool, honestly, and I like that. I really enjoyed the match. So above all else, great match.
I definitely agree. I actually have a funny thing I want to talk about when we're done talking about all this, but King Vinny, did you watch this match, didn't you?
No.
All right. Then James and Cassie, what'd you think of the match?
Well, I mean,
I think he needs to stop trying to become relevant.
she's talking about Dolph Ziggler. Look, here's the thing. It's not that he's not relevant. It's just that I love Dolph Ziggler. Man, I understand it from a business standpoint. He's good, dude. He's really needed because you need somebody that everyone's not going to like. He's an excellent heel. That's his role. That's his job.
Hashtag heel. That was a thing
So,
Ugh.
so with that being said, I mean, the one thing I don't I personally just, I understand, but I don't like is that they're taking the storyline into SummerSlam.
Yeah, that I don't get.
So, I mean, did I like the match? Yes. I mean, but I think like Dolph Ziggler is so good that sometimes I just kind of glance away from the match and just listen because
I
he's
have an
just
announcement.
like whatever. So, I mean, I didn't really watch it too avidly.
I have an announcement. Muscle Man Malcolm is officially happy that Leo's in GCW.
God damn it. Again, shout out to Muscle Man Malcolm. He's been on the show before.
I saw that.
Yeah, we hope to have you back on again, buddy.
But yeah, I mean, we'll see where they go with it in SummerSlam. They've got it. I'm interested to see what Drew does in terms of his stipulation.
Yeah.
Good for both of them. I mean, right now there's not a lot of opportunity. So.
Oh, the match is going to be on Raw. It's not going to be at SummerSlam where Drew picks the stipulation.
Oh, it's not.
No, I'm pretty sure it's going to be on Raw.
Well,
so
if
I think
that's
that's
the
when
case,
the feud's
then
going to end.
I'm just ill-informed.
I think we all are. All right. Jacob, what'd you think?
I liked it. It told a good story of Drew really like kind of getting pushed to the edge a little bit to where he couldn't fully snap off on Dolph and stuff like that. And he couldn't really do a lot. And it's made it easier for Dolph because if you look at the size difference, realistically, Dolph's not laying a finger on Drew. Like, if they go at each other and stuff like that.
What the fuck is that? Vinny?
Wait, what happened?
Who's playing?
Who's playing music? God damn it, Steve.
What? I had to do. He can unmute when it's his turn, but he's doing something right now.
All right. Jacob, continue. Oh my god, that was fucking great.
I liked the match, like I said. I liked the ending spot where Drew kipped up and he hit Dolph with the Claymore. and I really do like how they're protecting the Claymore, where like it's a very like powerful move, like nobody's kicking out of it at all. I think they're building up Drew, and I think his next challenger at SummerSlam is going to be Randy, because there's no other heel on Raw that's like built up enough to take on Drew, and I think Randy's going to kick out of a Claymore, and Michael Core's going to have an orgasm on the mic talking about how nobody's been able to kick out of the Claymore since Brock Lesnar did it, because you know Michael Cole likes to do that. But yeah, that's how I think it's. I think Randy's going to get involved in the match or after the match with Dolph, and that's going to plant the seeds for the feud. But other than that, it was a good match.
No, I agree. It was. I guess for me, I really did enjoy this match. Honest to God. That's pretty much all I gotta say. Ronald Van Donald, what'd you think?
Oh, thank God Vinny's on mute because I can't hear a word he's saying to me right now. I see he's saying something, but I can't hear him. Anyway, maybe there was a God after all. Anyway, this match was kind of, you know, I mean, I was very much predicting that Ziggler was going to lose, which is unfortunate because Ziggler, I think, is outstanding. But, you know, I mean, he hasn't really been able to, you know, recapture the popularity or the level of popularity that he had back when he cashed in and won the title years ago. Yeah. And it's unfortunate. So, I mean, I think it was an interesting match. I think it was pretty obvious that Drew was going to win. And I wasn't the most interested when I was watching it, I'll say that much.
Yeah. And Steep 9.
I was like, I'm happy that they're bringing Dolph back into this, you know, title picture, because it's been how long since we've had that? But yeah, it was obvious Drew was gonna
over 2, yeah, because like
over a decade. What? Nearly.
It's been a year. He feuded with Kofi last year, and he basically did the same exact thing. Where he said it should have been me.
Yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah, and then
see, like what I mean, he's hard to stay relevant, but I'm glad, you know, they're doing that. It was obvious that Drew was gonna bring him to Claymore country, but you know, Dolph, he's one of the greatest, honestly, and he deserves more than what he's getting.
Yeah, for sure. And all right, I think there's only one more match to talk about, everyone. Honestly, probably my favorite match of the night. I will go on record saying that. The Swamp match. Braun Strowman versus the Eater of Worlds, Bray motherfucking Wyatt.
The Eater of Ass. Me.
That too. All right. Evan, you know, since you said something first, we'll have you go.
I fucking loved this match. I thought it was fantastic. Yeah. What's that, Vinny? I must have gone deaf after the war. I can't hear you. Anyway, nonetheless, no, this match was great. I love the references to the old gimmick and shit. I thought it was great. I saw a lot of people hating on it, and
Guess who on mute now? Listen, Julian, you look like Aaron, bro. Why do you look like Aaron? Julian, bro, why you looking like Aaron? And
the body.
Oh my God!
I'm tired of it. Out of here. No more.
Hey, he had to go. I'm sorry. He went too far though. He went too far. You know,
he annoys the fuck out of me. I just want to punch him so bad. Get out. Goodbye.
Oh my God.
I love you, Vinny. No disrespect.
He's literally the reason we've been muted 80% of the time. I've been talking shit on mute this whole time.
Okay. Let's no talking shit on him, please. Because all right.
Should I bring him back?
No, please don't.
No.
We're at the
Evan, please.
Right. As I was saying, I really enjoyed the match. I thought it was great. I think that Bray's acting capabilities are very overlooked and underappreciated. I thought that it was great. I loved seeing him, you know, kind of, you know, bring back the old gimmick for this, like, probably one-time, you know, appearance kind of thing. I thought it was great. I think that Braun did a great job at, you know, making it all believable. I loved the Fiend's appearance at the end. I think that was expected. Yeah, it was fantastic. It was great.
Yeah. All right. I guess I'll go next. Yeah, I really did enjoy this match. I mean, this is another great cinematic match for another pay-per-view. Hey, Vinny's back.
Motherfucker. Steve, you think you slick, bro? I'm not gonna go on you, man. I'm not gonna go on Steve.
Yeah, it was just a joke, by the way.
Bro, we
Vinny.
love you, man. I was about to bring you back in here.
Yeah.
Like,
Um,
did this
Straight.
episode and nobody was in here, then I'll bring you back.
Not straight. It's straight.
Much
all
love.
right. We were talking about.
Oh God, I can see more Ronald McDonald.
What is this episode?
Bro, you were a little like you just look like a fucking psycho, bro. I'm not even trying to joke. Like you legit look like a fucking psycho, bro. Bro, you look like one of the fucking serial killers you see on the news, bro. Like I swear to
Oh shit! All right. I'm gonna continue talking about the swamp match. I really enjoyed the cinematic part. Alexa Bliss getting to be a, I guess this means Alexa Bliss's sister Abigail? Question mark. I don't know, but I really did enjoy that part of it. The whole thing, like, dude, Bray Wyatt's like just coming out and choking the life out of fucking Braun and throwing him into the swamp. No joke. That scared the ever living shit out of me.
Yeah.
Even though I was kind of expecting him to pop out and do that, I still was like, oh my god. But yeah, I really enjoyed this match. 10 out of 10. But this probably, if I were to rank the cinematic matches, this would be third place. I would definitely give it that.
I'm not even gonna post it. Yeah, I'm not gonna post it. I'm not.
Yeah. Vinny, you go next. What did you think of the swamp match?
Oh, Swamp. I thought it was cool, but like confusing as fuck, you know.
Yeah, it.
Well, it was cool. Don't get me wrong. How the Fiend
Right.
came up at the end, like the whole match was cool, but I was just confused. I was like, wait, so did Bray just win the title? Like, was it for the title? I don't know. It was just the ending was confusing, but overall, it was a really cool match.
Yeah. I definitely really enjoy it. Yeah, this definitely means, SummerSlam, Braun's losing to the Fiend. I definitely think, like, during our WrestleMania predictions that me and Mike did a couple months ago, we even predicted that, Braun's losing the championship to the Fiend at SummerSlam, and now this is most likely going to happen. How will it happen? We don't know. Will there be another stipulation? Who knows? But, James and Cassie, what did you think of the swamp match?
I thought it was a little different than what I thought it was going to be.
Yeah.
Because there wasn't a winner, so to speak.
Yeah.
Maybe there was. I don't know. It depends on who watched and how they interpreted it.
Yeah.
But, on
To an end for those certain characters.
yeah, and on the predictions, I think I even said, I was like, we've seen the Firefly Funhouse Bray Wyatt versus Braun. We've seen now we're going to see Bray Wyatt, the first incarnation, so to speak, but we haven't seen the Fiend, and I was like, so hopefully that's what we go into SummerSlam, and I think everyone was hoping for it. That's what we got.
Bone died.
We'll see if I don't know. I think Bray Wyatt's just always been good. I think he's one of those superstars where everyone's like, oh, well, he's the future, and I think now he's the now.
Yeah.
I mean, and he's always been really good on the mic. He's really been able to just, oh, dude, he's just so entertaining, man. I love him.
Braun got better on that.
Yeah, Braun too, man. Braun, dude, he's just gonna be good.
And with the Undertaker down, the Fiend can be the new.
Yeah, the Fiend's looking like the new evil entity. Yeah.
Cassie, what did you think about the swamp match?
Well, no, yeah, I agreed with him, and that's what I was saying. Like, it was a good means to an end for certain characters, because now it's, who is that? The original Bray Wyatt. Now his head's on them.
It was the Eater of Worlds, Bray Wyatt.
Yeah, his head's now decapitated.
So now it's not a question of which one's coming out, because like, okay, that one's killed off. Okay, this one's been drowned. Like, okay, so maybe it's setting the premise for the Fiend, like we were saying, to be the new Undertaker, so to speak. No one will ever be the Undertaker, but that evil entity. So
Jacob's left, so I don't know what we're gonna do now.
And he probably had to go do something.
Maybe. Oh yeah, Evan, you already went, right?
Yeah.
All right. Antoine, what did you think?
Alright. I personally loved it. I love the swamp fight. Everything about it was pretty cool to me. The twist, a lot of the twists in there. I love with the Alexa Bliss stuff. When they had her sister Abigail, I thought that was a nice touch to it because they basically brought the Braun and Alexa tag team back in the mixed match challenge thing. I thought that was a great touch. She definitely fits the role for that. She definitely fits the role for that. So I thought that was a great touch to that. I also like the brawl they had. I mean, like I said, when the Fiend came and basically drowned when they drowned Braun into the swamp and into the water. I like one thing I did like. I wanted to bring about is how they had us fooled when the show was over. With them both drowned in there, and then next thing you know, then cut off. Fiend came out of the water and basically just came into the camera. I'm not gonna lie, I legit got scared at the Fiend right then and there. The fact that how they aired the camera so close up to him with this him just looking directly into the camera. I actually got scared at that point.
Into your soul, like, oh my god.
He's looking directly at me. I was like, oh my god.
Yeah, he really fits that scary role, Bray,
For sure.
and the fact that he came up with that idea on his own, holy shit! Like, that's funny thing is, like, nobody realizes that the reason why he took so much time off is so he can like really really think through this darker character. Like he thought of the Mr. Rogers thing on his own, and he thought of the Fiend on his own. Like, it was, oh my god, it was like Bray Wyatt. Like, no one gives Bray Wyatt enough credit. Like, he's a very very smart person, and it takes a smart man to think of something crazy and scary like that.
I agree.
Yeah.
Bray's always, looking at him, he's always been full of creativity. You can definitely see even before he took the time off, I definitely saw a lot of potential he had when he was originally doing the Eat of the Worlds things, when he was managing the Wyatt family. I really thought that Bray he had so much creativity with himself, and to see him come back reinvented with the Firefly Funhouse thing, the concept, and then with the thing, it really shows how creative Bray is. And how much he's really evolved the Fiend character, and how much he evolved the Firefly Funhouse character, and I'm looking at him. He's kind of like with these three versions of him now, with the Eater Worlds, the Firefly Funhouse, Bray, and the Fiend. I like how it kind of like reintroduces this modern day big three faces of Foley type thing. I want to put that into comparison because the three faces of Foley, it kind of brings the memories of that with Mick Foley was doing, the Cactus Jack Mankind, and the Mick Foley himself. So I like the elements being thrown in there. So above all else, I'm enjoying his work. Honestly, I'm really enjoying it.
Yeah, I can definitely say this. Like, when Bray Wyatt retires, WWE should hire him to like work with all like the talent that's like wants to have like the creepy role or the scary role or like and all that stuff, because I feel like with his mind he can really like work with people like that. They're like, I have this like idea, like a new guy could be like, I have this idea for this like super scary, super fucked up character, and Bray Wyatt, I feel like could really teach them and mentor them on how to like really like go all out for that character. Do y'all agree?
Yeah,
I think not only the scary characters, but dude, just in general, I had just that 6-7 months that I trained. The hardest part in ring work for me was implementing character into your move set, into the way you move around the ring, that you get into the ring, and I think he's got it down 100% no matter what character you're trying to envision. I think he would be an excellent addition to the Performance Center, like you said, but not only just for scary gimmicks. I think he's got it down for everything, because you look at like Seth Rollins, and I think if Seth Rollins would have taken the time to get a little more insightful on different biblical verses, different saints. I don't know, whatever. I think he could have taken the Messiah gimmick in a different direction, as opposed to just opening his hands and walking out to gospel type music. That's not. I mean, I don't feel as he's like as involved into that character as Bray Wyatt is into his, and we all see that.
Personally, after I started training already. I think the worst part about wrestling training is the bump, man. The bumps fucking suck. But
yeah, but getting up from the bump
like
and
shit,
selling
you
it
gotta
as a
get used to
character, that's the hard. Like, to take a bump from Braun Strowman and to crawl into the corner and laugh about it and keep that kayfabe character, that's incredible work. Because that's not easy taking a bump from that big of a guy. So I think he's gonna be a great addition later on, man. I think, dude, that's freaking awesome that he's able to tap into so many different characters. That's what it comes down to. He's literally able to turn off and click on to 3 different people. It's amazing.
Yeah. Like there's quite a the fact that like I know a lot about like WWE's like personnel and like the back and like people that work at the performance center. Like you have like, a bunch of amazing people like of course Matt Bloom, aka Tensai, A-Train, Albert,
yeah,
and Bruce Pritchard, aka the Red Rooster. Remember him? And now HBK is working with them, and Jason Jordan's working with them now. And I definitely think Bray would fit that, like not just like the creating a character role, but also like training wrestlers.
Yeah,
like just like to help with their character and all. It's like, okay, how like this is how like you could sell this in like your character. It's like Bray fits that perfectly, and with Bray's family, he's brothers with Bo Dallas, and his father was the legendary
taxman or IRS man.
And it was fucking awesome. Yeah.
You want to make a special appearance? Guys, we have a special appearance from somebody.
Are you guys doing the podcast or what?
Oh my god.
What's up, Aaron?
Oh, hello.
Hi.
Hey. Can you see? Do you see what I'm wearing? Nothing. Okay.
I said he looks like you. Wait,
Yeah, because I have that.
Wait, can you see?
Yeah, because I had that.
Yep.
Yeah. All right.
Let's get back to the show.
Bye, Aaron.
All right. Let's get back into it, shall we? Jacob. Yeah, Jacob, you didn't say anything, did you?
No, my phone died and I was awkward as hell. But I like the match because I like Bray's cinematic matches more because his are more psychological. Like the one with Cena, he psychologically broke down Cena to the point where Cena obviously disappeared at the end. He goes into your mind and he makes you think, deep down inside of you. That's why he brought out Alexa. Alexa Bliss isn't Sister Abigail like a lot of people think. No, she was there because she has a connection with Braun, and the family worshipped Sister Abigail when they first started. So then who's Braun going to look to when he first started? He would look at Sister Abigail. So if she's like a big person who played a big role in his career, he's going to fall for her and go to her right away because because when you're in a scared place, you want to feel comfort, and that's something that would bring comfort to him. That's why I like Bray's matches a little bit more because they dwell like psychedelically into your mind and stuff like that.
Exactly.
Then The Fiend is a great character. Don't get me wrong, but I like that they brought back other versions of Bray because you can't have The Fiend wrestling all the time because The Fiend isn't going to lose like that. Because that's the only reason why I don't like The Fiend as champion is most of his matches aren't going to be built up to the point where you think The Fiend's really going to lose. Besides Goldberg, but that's because Saudi Arabia money says different things. But
yeah, I hated that so much. Goldberg should not have destroyed The Fiend like he did.
I mean, The Fiend kind of popped up at the end, kind of saying, I let you win, which kind of kept him in character a little bit. I would have had him keep the belt on, but
you won this time. But
yeah,
coming for you.
But I think I mark my words on this because he said in the funhouse that Braun is trapped in the swamp or whatever, right? I think we're gonna get a shot of Bray, then a shot of the swamp, and we're gonna have like a darker version of Braun Strowman pop out the swamp, kind of like rise like a monster would. Then that's gonna lead to their match. I think they're gonna have like a stipulation match, something like a last man standing or something like that, because I think that's a good feud ender for SummerSlam, and that'd be a good way to keep Braun, looking strong. If he's a darker character and a more vicious side of him and the Fiend can just beat the hell out of each other for like 20 minutes or so, then you have a good match on pay-per-view.
Yeah, I could definitely. Honestly, you know what match I definitely think the Fiend and Braun could do well in? I would personally say the Asylum match.
I could see that.
I could 100 but just like the weapons that are hanging from the top of like the cages and stuff, they're like all like have to do with like maybe Braun and Bray's past. Like you could have like I don't know, like the rocking chair can be used as a weapon. There's so many different possibilities when it comes to like the Asylum match, but and for this specific story.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, I could definitely see that. All right. Did anybody not go? Okay. Yeah. All right. Well, Steve, did you go?
I think so.
Okay.
I like the match. That's all I said.
Yeah. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that was the Extreme Rules predictions, but I want to bring up something pretty interesting.
You mean Extreme Rules review? You said predictions.
Last week.
Hey, shut up. Yeah, results, whatever. Shut up. TNA Impact has a bunch of stars there now. Eric Young, EC3, Brian Myers, Gallows.
You see the shirt?
Huh? What'd you say, Vinny?
You see the shirt?
The shirt? What shirt?
Oh, is that an Impact shirt?
My shirt.
Impact shirt.
Yes,
Oh, the Impact shirt. Yeah. Oh, that's awesome, actually. Holy shit.
you got my pro wrestling crate.
Shout out to Pro Wrestling Crate. All right. Yeah, we're gonna get sponsored.
Shout outs.
Yeah, shout out. Yeah, shout out to Muscle Man. Shout out to Wrestle Crate. But
Shout out to Aaron.
Shout out to Aaron. But yeah, there's I want to talk about Impact for a little bit because Eric Young is back. EC3 is back. Hawkins, Brian Myers.
My computer's about to die, so I'm gonna just go quick. All right.
Yeah.
I've been saying for so long Impact is underrated, and now that former WWE superstars come, I'm happy that's how we have views. I'm a big fan of Chris Bay. I'm happy he won the X Division title. EC3 coming back is dope. If anything, I think the best place for Eric Young to be is Impact, since he is pretty much an Impact legend. Anderson. I like to see them versus North. I think them in the North will be an amazing match. Especially that Motor City Machine Guns are back now. That will also be an amazing match too.
Yeah. Holy shit.
But I think Impact is getting on the fucking WWE and AEW level. Like, I really think they are. Like, I've been saying for so long they're underrated, and now it's good to see they're finally getting the spotlight they deserve.
I completely agree.
That's why I got to say about Impact.
Yeah, honestly, like Impact, like very old Impact Wrestling when it was actually TNA. I'd say from 2006 to 2008, Impact Wrestling was actually pretty decent.
Oh yeah. Also, Slammiversary, amazing show. I think it was better than Extreme. Yeah. Better than Extreme Rules, to be honest. But...
Yeah. Honestly, I actually saw highlights of Slammiversary. I really did enjoy it. Yeah, that's pretty much all I want to talk about. Slater's there apparently. Yeah. So I guess now it is time to get into the outros. So, Steve, let you kick it on.
Well, as always, this has been another amazing episode. Check us out on YouTube, SoundCloud, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, wherever we are. Buy our merch. It will be all linked in the bio. Follow us on our socials. Keep tucking your chin.
James and Cassie.
Well, there's a hurricane going on, but I'm here. Cassie's busy. However, here's the thing. Go follow us everywhere you get your podcast. It doesn't matter where. What? I said it doesn't matter where. Go to Apple Music, go to Spotify, go wherever you do. Follow us. Go to YouTube, hit the follow button, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell button, and then do all that. And then I promise you're going to be entertained by the fastest rising podcast in all of global history.
Hell yeah. All right. King Vinny D.
Everybody go listen to the fastest rising podcast everywhere you go. Apple Music, Spotify, wherever the fuck we're on. Get our merch. We got merch. And you can follow me at King Vinny D. Live streams, all that shit. Thank you to Julian for giving me the opportunity to come back on here. Always a fun time on here. Always a fun time on here. So thanks, Julian.
Nope, no problem, my man. Jacob.
It's always fun to come onto the podcast. It's always fun to talk, wrestling with people, get our voices out there and stuff. And everybody should definitely go hit the subscribe on the YouTube channel, go hit the follow on Instagram, listen to us on Spotify. Go get your laptops, go get your tablet, put it all on different streaming platforms at the same time, listen to the same episode, get all the views up, however you want. Then follow me on Instagram at JDubIsTheOne. Man, I can't. It's a one, not spelled out one. So yeah.
Okay. Antoine Clark.
All right. Thanks for watching. Hope you guys continue to support the podcast. Continue to watch us each and every time we provide you content. And as always, stay safe. Wash your hands, and most importantly, continue to always tuck your chin.
And finally, Evan Ronald Van Dyke.
Ronald, get in the van, McDonald.
Thank you to everyone for tuning in. As always, it was a blast being on here, reviewing Extreme Rules and such. Remember to keep tucking your chin. Tune in on YouTube, Spotify, whatever other platform the podcast is available on. And, take care.
Ronald thinks he's slick.
All right.
And you think you're here, but you're gone.
Damn it. All right. Ladies and gentlemen.
Let's hurry this up before he comes back.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for watching the Extreme Rules results. I said it right, Evan. Vinny's back over there. And thank you so much for coming on. Steve, thank you. James, Jacob, Evan, Vinny, Antoine.
Yeah.
It's always a pleasure. And funny enough, the next episode is the one.
Yeah, Braun too, man. Braun.
However you want. Then,
In the van, McDonald.
Thank you to everyone for tuning in. As always, it was a blast being on here, reviewing Extreme Rules and such. Remember to keep tucking your chin. Tune in on YouTube, Spotify, whatever other platform the podcast is available on. And, take care.
Ronald thinks he's slick.
All right.
And you think you're here, but you're gone.
Damn it. All right. Ladies and gentlemen.
Let's hurry this up before he comes back.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for watching the Extreme Rules results. I said it right, Evan. Vinny's back over there. And thank you so much for coming on. Steve, thank you. James, Jacob, Evan, Vinny, Antoine.
Yeah.
It's always a pleasure. And funny enough, the next episode is the 1 year anniversary.
How many weeks away?
We are, I will actually check this right now for you. We are 3 weeks away. 3 weeks away. So we're going to take a little break. We're going to take a little 3-week break. And we'll see you guys then. Make sure to always tuck your chin. And the Heavy Metal Joker is out of here.